Facebook has made some minor changes to its look. Some like it and others don't. Just where do you stand? It doesn't even matter a week later. Have we already adapted to the changes and forgotten about the old Facebook of just last week and the outcry of countless users who didn't like the changes? Also, an update on what is happening in the headlines of the world of technology. But first, a follow-up on last week's report on Twitter. David Lee King of the Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library talked about TweetDeck, a third-party application that he uses to listen to the world of Twitter. Here's what he said.
And I should say this is another way I use Twitter for the library. I use it for listening a lot. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm following, using a third-party application called TweetDeck. I follow searches in Twitter. So I follow Topeka, I follow Topeka Library, TSCPL, those types of things. And just, I use it to hear what other area Twitter users are saying about the library and about Topeka.
And that's where we'll start with this week's episode of the Tech Report with Greg Hill. According to TweetDeck.com, TweetDeck is a real-time application that allows users to monitor their social networking communications in a single, concise view. TweetDeck currently integrates services from Twitter, TwitScoop, 12 Seconds, StockTwits, and now, with a beta just released this week, Facebook. Anybody using Twitter will tell you that once you move beyond a small following, the information stream can be overwhelming. TweetDeck enables users to split their main Twitter feed or their friends into columns, allowing a broader overview of tweets. But at the heart of TweetDeck is its ability to group people together and search across the Twitter sphere. Grouping friends or work colleagues separately means you have a window on all aspects of your Twitter life. Searching across the Twitter sphere means you can monitor any subject within Twitter. These additional columns automatically update, so providing the user with a very effective dashboard of real-time information. TweetDeck is an open-air desktop application currently in public beta that looks to capture the abundance of social media and display it in a unique columned user interface. Mashable reported Monday that Twitter is now growing at an astounding rate of 1,382% year over year in February. More than 7 million unique U.S. visitors came to the site in February, up from 4.5 million in January, nearly doubling its United States usage in just 1 month. Some believe that Facebook's redesign was a response to Twitter's rapid growth. ABC News chief Washington correspondent and This Week host George Stephanopoulos interviewed Arizona Senator John McCain using Twitter this week. Users following both McCain and Stephanopoulos could watch the interview develop live on their screen. The interview, although relatively short when just looking at the transcript, covered AIG, TARP, and the issues surrounding bonuses, alternative fuels, the U.S. budget, and McCain's daughter's public feud with Ann Coulter and Laura Ingraham. The full transcript can be viewed using the link below. Sharinator posted about the dozens of photos taken by people watching the Space Shuttle launch Sunday night. Some were taken from backyards, others from tall buildings, and still some out of the windows of airplanes. Sharinator referred to the tweet-a-photo Twitter phenomenon, the idea that when an event occurs, Twitter users will capture the moment from their own perspective and will share it with others. Occasionally, I run into a new way of looking at the tech world. Take a look at Twitter Vision. This site posts users' comments on a world map, providing a 3D look at the world of Twitter. Messages will appear from the location of the tweet, so you can view from a worldwide perspective on what is currently being tweeted. And now, those changes to Facebook. If you've been to Facebook in the last week, surely you have seen the posts from others who didn't like the new page. Facebook's stated objective was to make it easier to understand what's going on with the people you care about. Users now have filters so they can create groups of friends, and you will see when just those people update. The stream shows all the posts from your friends in real time. The new publisher feature replaces the "What are you doing?" and the "is" line with "What's on your mind." It's a bit different, but based on the number of posts that I've seen in the past few days, I think we've all gotten accustomed to those changes, just like we do everything else. I appreciate the feedback from last week's show. That's what's happening in the world of tech. I'll see you next week.